Hello, I'm Matthew Hatcher. I'm a student at the University of North Georgia, and today I'll be speaking about Fyodor Dostoevsky's book Crime and Punishment. More specifically, how the main character's theory on crime fails him throughout the novel. The novel um, is set in St. Petersburg, Russia, and follows the story of a young college student named Raskolnikov. Um, the novel details how Raskolnikov plans a murder and commits a murder and his subsequent reactions to the murders. At first, he's planning on murdering one person, the pawnbroker, and ends up killing both the pawnbroker and her half sister, Lizaveta. In other of Dostoevsky's work, there are recurring themes of dual nature in his characters, and that is no different in Crime and Punishment. Raskolnikov sort of embodies two completely different characters. One is the calm and collected intellectual type, the one this is the side that feels that he is above the law and he is able to transgress the law, and the other side is his more spiritual or religious and morally good side, which is the side that is conflicting with him the entire novel. Other characters, such as Sonia, also show dual personalities. Sonia being a prostitute, which is considered a sin, so she's sinning on one hand, yet she is also devoutly Christian and has a lot of faith. This dual nature personality is a big factor as to why Raskolnikov's theory fails him inevitably. Raskolnikov's article, which is detailed to us in Part 3, Chapter 5, boils down to him feeling there are two types of people in this world. On the one hand, there are the extraordinary, and on the other, the ordinary. In his eyes, the ordinary people must be held to the letter of the law, and they must follow the law. But the extraordinary people, in his mind, have a right to break laws as they see fit, to transgress the laws, if their idea depends on it. On page 260, when he's during his monologue with Porfiry, Raskolnikov says, the crimes of these people naturally are relative and variegated. For the most part, they call, in quite diverse declarations, for the destruction of the present in name of the better. But if such one needs, for the sake of his idea, to step over a dead body or over blood, then within himself, in his conscience, he can, in my opinion, allow himself to step over blood. This theory could be brought along by the political ideas that would have been sprouting up during this time. Those ideas are nihilism, which is the disregard for religious or moral laws, and later utilitarianism, which he states in that quote I just read: destruction of the present in name of the better, which is doing things for the betterment of the most people. Raskolnikov's state of mind changes dramatically once he has committed the murders. Before he commits the murder, he is meticulous and he's careful, ensuring that all his actions will hide the fact that he committed the murder. But after the murders happen, he becomes more erratic. He becomes paranoid that he might forget to clean a spot of blood, or he will self-incriminate by talking to someone. David Schumann attributes this change of mindset to him listening to his two halves. at first he's listening to his intellectual self, um, and after the fact he's listening to his conscience and his the emotional and religious, the morally good half of him. In Alexandra Rodicina's paper, she states that this change of mindset is the beginning of Raskolnikov's rebirth, from the intellectual psychopath that he begins as into the man he becomes at the end of the novel. The main reason for Raskolnikov's thesis failing him is due to his dual personality or dual nature, and that one of the natures felt guilt for the actions that he took. This is contrary to what would be the case if an extraordinary person did commit the murder, because the extraordinary person wouldn't feel the guilt because the action that they took was for the greater good or was for the benefit of their own idea. He often brings up Napoleon, who felt no guilt for any kills that he made, but Raskolnikov does feel the guilt. The people around Raskolnikov also allow Raskolnikov to fail his own theory himself by rekindling the moral side of him. His mother, with the letter that she writes to him, and Sonia, who helps him towards the end and encourages him to confess and pushes him towards the religious side, of his own mind. So those are the reasons for his downfall and the reasons why his thesis failed him. He was simply not the man for the job. The fact that at the end he still believes that his theory is correct shows that he has come to grips with the fact that he is not one of the extraordinary people, but he believes those extraordinary people do exist. Thank you for listening. Leave a like, subscribe below, comment on what you think. Thank you.